All right, trip to the junk store. I found some capacitors that are perfect. They match all of these. These are all IC capacitors, and so I found two that exactly match the specifications. So now it's a complete complement. So if we look on this connector here, so this is the analog board, and the analog voltages come into this connector here. And I can probe the first four locations, and they'll give me all of the voltages that are required. So let's go take a look at how we did. The first one here gives us minus 14.6. This one gives us plus 15.4. This one gives us plus 29.9. And this one gives us minus 28.3 or something like that. Anyway, but no ripple at all. 0, 0 ripple. Very, very nice. And this one should be 5 volts, 5.1. And it does have its separate 5-volt rail just for the analog circuitry. Very, very nice. And then if we go over to the digital side of things and we take a look over there, we have plus 5.06 or something like that. No ripple at all. So everything's looking great, except there's still nothing on the front panel. So you can see the front panel is completely black still. I have kind of narrowed it down a little bit, so let me show you that. Okay, so this is the microprocessor. I had it wrong. This is actually a 6808. 6808. That's the type of processor. That's this one here. It's an AMI part. Interesting. And then this is a timer, PIO chip, that kind of thing. This is a 6522. And this PIO chip controls the front panel. It sends out serial data to talk to the display. There's a shift register in the front panel, so this sends out serial data, and then it does strobing of the digits, and that's all handled by this chip. But if I look at the actual signals, they're not coming out of this chip. So there's a couple things that could be wrong. The chip could be bad. The chip might not be getting addressed correctly. Maybe the address decoder is not functioning correctly. Or the device has lost its programming. If the proms have lost their programming and it's not executing the right program, that would do it. It does look like it's executing a program if I put a scope probe on the data lines. There's definitely data flying around and everything. I haven't put a logic analyzer on it yet, but there's definitely data flowing around. So it is doing something, but for whatever reason it's never talking to this PIO chip and making it do things. So still need to track that down. So here I'm probing one of the data lines, and you can see that we're getting a plenty of data output. So something's definitely happening. So I'm not quite sure yet. I don't know exactly what's wrong yet. I do believe it was dropped. Some of the standoffs for the board had broken. I epoxied them back down. So I think at one time it had been dropped, although the outside doesn't look like it had been dropped, but it certainly had a jostle. So it's conceivable that a trace broke. I did take all the ICs out of their sockets and then put them back in their sockets. Make sure the pins were clean. That sometimes fixes things. So, I mean, this does look kind of suspiciously like a program running, though. You can kind of see things do its thing, and then maybe suddenly tri-state where it floats back down. If I do a single shot here, maybe I can grab one of those events. let's see here, let me trigger over here. Yeah, so you can see there's definitely something going on over here. Let's see if I can, yeah, see that's, looks like it's kind of maybe tri-stating that direction. And then over in this direction, it's, yeah, here's some data still, like data packets and stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It looks like maybe it's trying to talk to the display, like 8 bits at a time or something. I don't know. Anyway, I will continue. All right, this is a sign that my wife, IMSAI gal, made some time ago, so she doesn't interrupt him when I'm in the garage. So she made this nice hand-painted sign that I just flip on here so nobody will grab the doorknob and interrupt me while I'm in the garage. But I've been upgraded. So at Christmas I got this thing. So yeah, cool, and it comes with remote control, different modes. You can have it flash and have it cycle load on. Anyway, that's kind of fun. But anyway, we'll be over here today and doing some stuff. All right, I'm still working on my Keithley 192, and I got some parts in the mail here, so we'll give them a try. I don't think I've just explained why I needed to get some parts. Let's take a look at the schematic. Can you see? Yeah, here we go. So this is basically a PIO with timers in it. It's a 6522 chip, and so there are some parallel ports here that talk to the front panel. So you can see like this port is used to display the digits of the display, and then there's also some lines that go out to the shift register on the front panel, and that is strobe, data, and clock. Comes off of these 3 pins. And I noticed that these 3 pins weren't giving me any data, and in fact they were giving me strange data. So let's take a look at that. I have the scope probe. Let me move you a bit. All right, let me turn the power on, and you can see the signal went up. I'm looking at clock right now, so obviously there's no clock going out. And let me look at some of the other pins. Here's another pin. So this pin is there, and this pin is there. And if you can see some data flew by when I cycled the power. So let's see if we can capture some of that. Let me go to normal mode. Is it here, mode? Normal. That should catch something. And it's not catching. It's not catching anything. Anyway, there's no data coming out of that thing, and in fact, I was getting odd data too. I was getting it wasn't coming up high enough, and I don't know. It just didn't look right to me. Nothing looked right about these signals. So I bought a replacement 8522, and I didn't know what else to do. I've tried a lot of different things, and I just can't figure out why the front panel isn't working. And what I've determined is it's not being talked to. So it could be one of 2 things. It could be, well, I mean, there's multiple things, but I think the main reasons why is that this chip is dead, or the software is dead, that it's forgotten its program. It does seem to be operating some program. I don't know if it's correct or not, but I believe that maybe this chip is dead. So that's what we're going to try today. I have a replacement 8522. Hopefully it's compatible. This is a very old part. It's kind of hard to find things. This is a VL8522-02 PC made in Mexico. So yeah, let's try this thing out. Let's turn the power off. And the way that I'm probing these pins is that I had them in circuit and they looked funny, so then it's on a socket, so I pulled it off of the socket and bent those pins out. So that's a real nice benefit of having parts on sockets, is you can bend pins out and probe them out of circuit to see if you can isolate things. So I thought maybe this chip was good, but the chip it was driving was pulling it down, was not allowing it to do its thing. But the chips that this is talking to seem to be just fine. So I will pop in our new parts here. I'm bending the leads so that they're straight. I know this is not a used part because the pins haven't been bent on it before. So let's put this in. And oh man, fingers crossed. Let's back you up a bit. Let's turn the power on. And nothing. Darn it. Darn it. Okay, well that's not it. I'm really worried now that it's the program has forgotten its program. So, not good. Not good. I'm going to have to see if I can find ROM copies for this thing. It seems like I looked once before, and this meter's gone through many revisions, and some of them just have one E² prom. This one has 3. So I need to find a set of 3 that matches this. And I'll pull. What I really want to do is pull these out and make sure that the program is valid. If the program is valid, then I can continue to troubleshoot. But yeah, let's go ahead and probe these pins again. All right. Let's see if it's trying to do anything now, or it looks exactly the same. I'm assuming it's going to look exactly the same. And I'm out $5, but I've progressed down the road. That's always important. Progress down the road. Okay, turn it on. Nothing. Oh, wait a minute. This one's outputting data. That's actually an improvement. Yeah, this one's outputting data. That is good. All right, so let's go here to mode. Let's go back to auto. There we go. Go back to auto. And run. All right, so let's see here. We have strobe, data, and clock. So this is clock. It doesn't look quite right. Here's data. Data's working good. And wait a minute. 11, 12. 11, 12. Let's see. 11. Oh, here we go. 11. 11 is strobe. So strobe. I'm getting a little spike once in a while for strobe. Okay. And this is data. Am I counting right? I don't think I'm counting right. How long are these? These are 20, right? Oh, 20. Yeah, these are 10, right? Let's see here. 40 pin. Oh, this is 20. I'm not counting right. 13. Oh, I'm sorry. I showed you on the data on the schematic wrong, and I was doing weird things. All right. Yeah, I wanted to look at these. I wanted to look at these down here. The clock data strobe once again down here. Those are the ones I'm talking about. Pin 17, 18, 19. Those are the ones I had pulled out. And they go into these exclusive OR gates here. And yeah, they were the ones acting funny. And so, yeah, sorry about that. Anyway, so yeah, so, okay, so pin 19 is data. And I don't see anything on pin 19. Pin 18 is clock. And that's where we're getting the signal. So yeah, we're getting a signal on clock. That's good. And then this is strobe, which happens once in a while. All right, so we're just not getting any data. So data's not coming out. And data goes to a different part of the schematic. Okay, that's good. I like it. Okay, let's pull that one pin out. I'm feeling better about this. All right, feeling better. Pull out the data pin and see if we are getting data or not. So it seems strange that we would be getting clock with no data, right? So I'm going to pull out pin 19 and see if it does try to send out data. I don't know how many people here have YouTube channels. I know certain people watch that have YouTube channels, and I just tell you that operating around a camera is just a pain in the rear end. It really gets in your way. All right. Yeah, no data. No data. And is clock still going? Now I'm getting no clock. Oh, that's interesting. Let me power it again. I'm getting no clock now. Maybe I'm not resetting correctly. Oh, interesting. Well, what's going on here? I wonder if data is an input. I don't think so. I don't think so. Put together schematic here. Data goes off to, no, data's an output. Data's an output. So how come it worked? How come the clock line worked partially and now it's not at all? What is going on? I'm power cycling here. Maybe my reset circuit's not working. That could be. Oh, wait a minute, there it goes. Did you see that? I saw some data fly, but only for a short period of time. Let's see if I can get the same thing. Oh, there's a data. Yeah, data flew just for a little bit. Okay, well, maybe it's something else. Oh, more to investigate.